pause for a moment and think about the reality of the world around us. So many people are miserable. They're working meaningless jobs. They're stressing to pay the bills. They're feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, and disconnected. And then they're relying on substances like food and caffeine, alcohol, drugs to escape the mundaneness of their lives. And as this way of surviving continues for so many people, life energy inside of them fades. And as a result, they start to feel lethargic, depressed, and even dispassionate about their very existence. They start just existing. They start striving or surviving instead of really living at that point. Research tells us that the average American, sadly, is 20 pounds overweight, that they're $10,000 in debt, they're slightly depressed, they dislike their work, and they have less than one close friend. It's unbelievable and staggering to think about. But do you relate? Do you sometimes wonder, is this all there really is to life? Do you too at times feel like that you're stuck and stagnant, and if you really were to get fully conscious and present, you might recognize that all the energy in your body feels like it's negative, blocked, and kind of standing still? Well, I felt this recently during a very full season of my life where I got really unbalanced. And I was working way too much and taking on the energy of my clients every day and all the burden and the responsibility and the obligations. And I didn't make time for much healthy or physical or emotional release for myself. And I wasn't getting enough rest. I wasn't feeding my soul spiritually. And my schedule and my mind felt cluttered. And as a result, my creativity stopped flowing and I stopped hearing from God. Everything in my head got noisy and my life got really chaotic. My energy felt heavy, stagnant, and blocked. And thank goodness I realized what had actually happened fairly quickly, and I knew what needed to shift to move out of this place because I'd been there before. So I decided to take a vacation for 4 days away from it all to regroup and recharge. And at the time, it felt very true to me that I didn't have time to take any time off because I was so swamped with work and responsibilities, and that was the last thing that I needed was time off. But I knew from experience that if I didn't take some time away and revive my body, soul, and spirit, I was going to sink into a really bad place. Well, after the 4 days away on the plane home, I heard God whisper into my spirit in the quiet. And he said, I heard him whisper the words, life force energy. And that kind of came out of nowhere. I don't necessarily even think about those words on a daily basis, but I knew that they were from him. And then he said, tune in and let my life force energy flow from you, into you, and from you. And that's your force. That's the force. And it reminded me of Yoda in The Empire Strikes Back, but it actually resonated as deeply as my truth. Because he is the life source of our energy, and he breathes all life into us. And when we aren't aligned with his flow of energy, our soul, our spirit, and our body start to die a slow death. So this wasn't a new concept to me, but it was an important and a very clear reminder that we desperately need his life force flowing through us at all times, because any other way is not really living, it's existing, it's surviving. So if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, and you got that disconnected feeling or chaotic, you've probably resigned yourself to meaningless work. You aren't connected to your passion. You're not really cultivating that creativity in your life or feeding your soul in any way. Or if you've resulted to relying on substances to escape the mundaneness of it all, of all of your life, if you're experiencing feelings of health, emotional, weight, financial, or spiritual challenges, then your life force energy is probably faded and blocked. And it's time to tune into, time to revive it, and time to enhance God's flow of life force energy within you. And as you do, you're going to begin to feel more alive, more connected, and healthier in every way. And so I want to share with you 8 practical ways that you can begin to increase the flow of that God's life force energy within you right now. And the first one is practice deep breathing. Our breath is our connection to God. So spend some time being present and breathing deeply and mindfully. Number 2, speak your truth or write it out in a journal or on paper. Connect to your heart and release that stuck energy inside. And pray to God for his wisdom and truth about your situation, and ask him to show you that truth and revive that energy. Number 3, spend time in nature. Quiet the noise and spend time experiencing the trusting, flowing energy of creation that nature provides us. Number 4, just move. Move that stuck energy in your body and flush out all of that stuckness inside of you. Number 5, move into compassion and acceptance with yourself or with others. Just the judgment that we have, when we get into judgment, it blocks that life force energy. And we need to treat ourselves with gentle care. And then the love that we cultivate for ourselves will naturally flow out to others. Number 6, practice mindfulness and meditation. Because coming into ourselves fully is the gift of meditation. And when we're fully present, we invite God's life force energy to join us in creation. Number 7, laugh and play. Laughter and play lifts us to that lighter frequency of God and literally breaks up those lower vibrations and thought patterns. And number 8, practice gratitude. Gratitude changes us emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and cellularly. And it expands in our sense and our knowing that God is our abundant and loving Father. But whatever you do, make the decision to make the shift today. Tune into and connect with the flow of God's life force energy in and all around you. And may His force and His flow be with you. And if you'd like my help to tapping into that flow of life force energy, and so you can thrive in life, email me at conniej@arisecounselingandcoaching.com. I'd love to coach you to soar in the life that you love.